Peace out, this is Edizon Fitness. Welcome to my channel. My journey getting back in shape. Somebody might argue that okay, I am in shape in a sense, in comparison. I'm not comparing myself necessarily to average people. I'm comparing myself to my best shape. You know, we're trying to develop. We're gonna get strength, we're gonna get these things better. Results is only that matters. And we can always go to that wall of fame. I've been successful in this life. Success in life is mostly mental, but when you get physically in shape, you can be very easily here also in shape, because you will have right attitudes and right focus, and then you have momentum. Focus, momentum, what it aggregates. Good things, only good things for you. I'm just saying, welcome to this journey. This is a journey of a winner. And what you will see here is gonna teach you a lot. I promise. Easily. It might look to you that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, because it's not like show. This is not show. I'm not, and it's minimalistic home garage gym, we can say. I'm 100 kilo, built like a tank, ready to cut. Currently I'm cutting but still maintaining strength, even gaining strength. Possibly gaining muscle. I show how you do it. And it's mostly, I'm 36 already, so it's mostly hormone optimizing. And I'm not on gear. Yeah. Like, the goal always as a natural, the goal is to get to that level that people start saying you that you're on gear. Because then you know you trained hard enough. No excuses, no commercial gym fluff. Just real lifting. It's real lifting. We just lift heavy, we get done with it, but important part is the result. Now we have the strength. We made the strength exercises. Now we turn the strength functional to technical. Strength, power, technique, functional movement. It's easier to say in Finnish. I'm sorry, I'm not from USA. I'm not American or British. I'm from Finland, Europe. So sorry for the bad language skills, but I have to do this international, so I believe it's better for my brand to stay speaking in English. And this is gonna be fun, this is therapeutic, this is something I do as a side hustle, side thing, side fun. It's free, it's minimalistic, it's as cheap as possible. There will be builds also. You don't always have to go to the commercial gym. I did go to the commercial gym for many years. And of course there will be more weights, more free weights. You will be having more opportunities there. But you can focus on doing explosive. Let's say you stay at 120 kilos with deadlift, but do it as fast as possible. You up, boom, up right away, boom, you know, it's just exploded. And that is a good thing, like you get that explosive, this snap, you get to start going. But yeah, whatever, let's go to the video.
I'm always advocating that there is different kind of shapes, you know, between people. Somebody with very broad shoulders, they have like genetical advantage in bench pressing oftentimes. Of course with strong core, little bit of body fat mass, oftentimes those more fat guys are a little bit more stronger than those very lean guys. It just goes like this a little bit. But what I'm trying to say, there is different shapes. Somebody is optimized for boxing, somebody is optimized for sprinting, somebody is optimized for calisthenics, somebody is for pure strength, any kinds of strength training, Olympic lifts, deadlifting, you know. And then there is plyometrics, kinda like speed, power, dynamic technique related stuff, because you can be pretty good at lifting, but oftentimes those great lifters always get their ass handed to them by like a boxer or MMA fighter or something like this. Like, this is not ego thing. You need to understand and value every kinds of shapes between people, because there can be somebody who is beating a champion. This is the craziest thing. I know the Finland's champion in bench press, but I beat him in pressing. I'm talking about like push-ups. Think about it, it's champion, Finland champion, and I do more push-ups. And we weight very same amount. It's not that I was so much lighter than him. He might weigh maybe 2 kilos more than me. But he's champion. Think about it. and I beat him easily. Even tens of repetitions more I can do. But again, it's not ego thing. He beats me in that strength value that, you know. And I understand everybody have strengths. Don't be arrogant and think too high of yourself, you know. I've run 3050 at 92 kilos in this 12-minute Cooper test. But when I was 83 kilos, more suitable for my body type, I did 3275. But I wasn't optimized for running. I was running, yes, almost daily, I think. But I wasn't optimized. I was playing football and I was also doing boxing and a lot of dips and pull-ups. I was very strong with upper body. I could do 3 times 50 push-ups and 10 30s until I get like 500 repetitions. You know, I did daily 500. Those were crazy. I was doing this crazy strength stamina work type of conditioning. I was doing that Mike Tyson 80s training regimen with those crazy repetitions. That was basically where I started. Many people said that and told me that I cannot grow mass with that kind of thing. But I actually grew from 75 kilos to 95 kilos with that. I was able to do 22 pull-ups and sets of 30 dips. So I'm just proving, it's not me bragging, but I just want to have proof. It's not, because many guys are like, they just talk. They don't have any proof for things. So I'm all for the truth and honesty. I don't have anything to prove because I beat fucking Conor McDavid combine result when I was same age. Like I jumped 265 meters in static long jump. He jumped only I think 235. So I'm 30 centimeters longer distance I can go with that at same age. That is comparable, same age. You know, 17 I believe, or 18. Eichel did like, I think 270 over 270, I believe. So he was even better than me. So I'm not the best. I lost there, you know. There was better guy. There is always better. But then compare his pull-ups to mine. I beat him at pull-ups or something like this. You know, you can find attribute where I beat him. Now we get to the point. The sole purpose of this video was just to discuss about that there is different kinds of shapes, different kind of forms and conditionings. And then you have genetical advantages. Think about Usain Bolt. It was believed that human length, the height, is a bad thing for sprinting. You should be like this compact 180 centimeters. Or 185 at max. But actually it's better the taller you are. Evolution should be more taller sprinters if we want more speed, because you get more lengthier steps. And if you can combine speed and power with that, we get somewhere. We really get somewhere. That same glitch was in old NHL games. And also this is in Skyrim game. Interesting to notice and realize this. The longer the character, High Elf is the longest character. That's why they use that in speedrunning in that game. But it's like a physiological law. This happens. Naturally this happens. It's not by chance that women prefer taller guys. Yeah. There is like even evolutionary reason for this. You can reach better to the cheese button. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. But yeah, I'm not that tall personally. I'm 183 centimeters. So it's barely above the average. But my weight is like 20 kilos more. And it's not necessarily a good thing. You know, you always need to realize this. Don't think narcissistically, this is my optimal weight. Most of big guys start thinking this, and oftentimes the big guys with all the strength are just fat. If we put them into the ring fighting against somebody, they get their asses handed to them, you know. So there's different shapes and techniques and styles, and you can focus on different things. As I was focusing to the grip stuff, I came from 70 to over 90 kilos. I need to do it to the dynamometer still to prove it. Maybe 100 kilo is a good like goal to have. Guy with, I don't have this big bones. I'm not this big bones. I am not this huge boned guy. Some people have so huge and it gives them leverage. Think about that arm wrestlers. Devon Larratt. He has so much, like 2 times longer this arm part, you know. But then he might be kind of slow. If I get to the close, let's say it's boxing, close fighting, close proximity, then it can be a different story. We get to the different styles in different situations. And that's why in fighting, not the strongest guy always wins. And oftentimes strength might be even a weakness. Because these people who has a lot of strength, they are so specialized in that category. It's eating from all the other categories. Plyometrics, speed, acceleration, technical things. You might be good at pushing. Some of these people are so strong at pushing. But how about all of the different angles to work with? They are good at this one pattern overload. They've maximized it, but put them to run like a marathon. They can do 100 meters and game over, basically, you know. And I can ramble about this forever, but you get my point completely. And then the body fat is also just one measure. It's just measuring one thing. And I think the best measurement is your personal measurements, like long jump, how far you can go, how high you can jump, how many push-ups you can do, how many pull-ups you can do, how many times you can press 100 kilos. And then there is like how many sit-ups you can go straight. Like I was able to do sets of 200 when I was 20. Maybe I did 50 break, short 10 to 20 second break, then 50, until I got 200. And I did that 10 times. But actually, maybe I can do five times it like that, but then I have to go just 50s or hundreds at a time. So maybe I did 1000 to 1500 per day, 6 days a week. I told you, I did that Mike Tyson training regimen. But I never was particularly strong. But then I read online, like my bench press max was 130 kilos, but I didn't use belt. And belt can give you 10% more, I was told. I never really looked into the technical stuff. I only practiced a lot. But there is a tool you can use. It's almost like tool assisted. Even though it is allowed in raw bench. Being just lifting heavy. This is the bottom line. And I understand you need to go lower repetitions with higher weight to gain maximum strength. And I did that for maybe 1 to 2 years, just focusing on the strength. Lately, it's been a little bit more also no-go type training, because I avoided bodybuilding parameters for over, I would say 1 decade. 1 decade I avoided bodybuilding parameters, but then I came back to those, and now I'm doing like, let's say 3 to 6 by 8 could be one parameter. Then like here when I'm doing these dips now, it's 10 by 10 basically. Even it's freezing temperature out here. This is building resilience, this is building resistance and mental toughness. Those kind of things. Because it's freezing, my fingers are freezing even though I have these gloves. I'm gonna leave this video here. I think I rambled enough. It's just about, I just wanted to talk about there's different shapes and forms and different conditionings and different specializations. I think hybrid is the way to go. Be as hybrid as possible, and if you focus on your weaknesses, you develop the most, because weakness has the longest distance to develop. And the overall is gonna go up the highest amount if you just focus on the weaknesses. That is also a skill. Understanding, honestly facing the fact there is weaknesses in you. Most of fucking lifters think they don't have any weaknesses. They think too high of themselves. That is actually showing the maximum weakness of a person, I think. That is the absolute core sense weakness which you can find from a person. Cannot be brutally honest. Be brutally honest. The only way to score is to be honest about it. And I think it's also, you should admit if you use gear. I've never used, I've always been blamed of using. But it's always a goal. As a natural lifter, your goal is to get everybody to say like that. Then you know you trained hard enough. If nobody is saying this, then you didn't do so well. Thank you for watching. Peace out.